We've had Jared Kushner out here as well, obviously touting the success of this deal, at least from an American perspective. How are they going to turn optics into outcomes? We've already seen Saudi Arabia and Bahrain perhaps pushing back on a suggestion that they could get on board with a deal like this, at least before the US election. What's your perspective?
Well, your last point first, I don't think it's likely we're going to see any other Arab state go ahead with normalization at all. Definitely before the election, because it's just too politically sensitive, given the proximity of the US election. Added to which there are domestic concerns and issues, which I have to say people outside the region perhaps might not realize, that it's quite difficult to normalize at the moment. But in the case of the Emirates, it's very forward-looking. It's a very brave decision. Probably of all of the states in the region at the moment, they're taking a longer-term, pragmatic view in terms of the major regional changes and also a post-oil future. The fact that the region's still so incredibly dependent on hydrocarbons is a major issue. I was writing about this in the early to mid-90s. It's taken 25 years to begin to solve the problems of this region's dependence on hydrocarbons, and the fact that we still have over 80% of the state of the population of Kuwait, say, working for the government, not far off the same in Saudi Arabia. The fact that citizenry have to also realize that the region needs change. The leadership of the Emirates have done this. I think it'll be a warm peace. That's been said actually by both sides. I think that's positive. I think of all of this, between Jordan and Egypt, the only countries with normalization with Egypt so far, it'll be the Emirates. I think will have the best relationship cross, I think, border help in education, in tech, in high tech, now that the Emirates has its own successful space program. I also think in agriculture and other issues. So I'm relatively positive about, especially startups, seeing movement of capital in terms of investment. That will, I think, move ahead pretty quickly, and that's a positive sign, I think, for the rest of the region. But I don't think we'll see major change before the US election, and possibly not by the end of the year. Maybe with a new administration, it's possible, but I still think for other countries it'll take time.